Prof, welcome to the program. 2 days on, your thoughts on how the conference has gone?
I think it's been a very productive and stimulating, couple of 2 days. In general, it seems to be a common thread that, that resonates. First and foremost, I think that stands out, there seems to be a need for a rethinking of an African policy. That is, I fully agree. That is why I'm raising this as a point of reference. Having said that, also what stands out and resonates for the private sector, which is the key theme, as you know, is financing and private sector development as well, is that Lynette from NAPAD, actually yesterday keynote speaker, according to her stats, the private sector generated 2/3 of Africa's output. I mean, that is amazing. That's outstanding. I mean, to me, that's informative. That's very insightful. So I think that's something that should be considered in terms of the contributory role towards growth, which is much needed not only in South Africa, as we know, but also across the continent. And with growth, obviously, comes with job creation, etc. So thirdly, I think the buzzword is innovation. I mean, I'm very into, and I've said it earlier as well, is that there is a need for innovative small, medium enterprises and a culture. We need to promote that kind of culture. And also talking about promotion of culture, I mean, that comes with knowledge as well. And when I'm talking about knowledge, the issue of capacity building has been often raised on day one as well as today. And I think in that particular case, I think the learning institutions, I'm not talking about higher level of institutions purely, I'm also talking about starting from the primary level of institution of education is the way we actually train, because we need to start thinking entrepreneur not as current entrepreneur, but future entrepreneurs. So in my view, yes, we need to not only empower our children, but also, if we want to create a mindset of entrepreneurs, we need to also empower our current labor force, because there's definitely, it seems to me, an agreement in general from all the keynote speakers and panels as well, that there's a mismatch of skills, and it's so much needed. I'm very passionate about that, and universities, including UKZN, has been trying to move towards the kind of direction to try to address this imbalance. Right. On a last note, the one also common thread is the issue of regional integration. I mean, we cannot escape Africa without talking about regionalism. And I think something that is very important is the issue of not just regionalism per se, but developmental regionalism. In that context, the issue of development encompasses a number of components. So I think African countries can rally together, because at the end of the day, they all have a shared vision. I mean, it started decades ago, as we all know, with the whole idea of creating a united Africa. And hopefully, let's hope that we can move towards that, sooner.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Professor.
It's a pleasure.